It's one of my favorite stories that Pete shares is a plumber. You
Yeah.
know, what do we really think that a plumber would have to share from stage? Like most of the time they're happy being in a construction based, networking group that's local. How can stages really help somebody at that level?
Yeah.
And the reality is that it can have a huge impact for them because the stage doesn't need to be as big to be influential to who they are in their local community. So the way that the story with the plumber that Pete was working with was, it was exactly that. He's like, well, I do plumbing. I don't know how stages would necessarily help me. And the steps that he went through was, okay, let's put together your 3 to 5 things of how every homeowner can prepare their home going into winter. I think he was somewhere in the Midwest.
Hmm.
And then let's figure out what kind of Facebook groups are out there that are speaking to the community. It could be like go back and think about your Facebook groups that are like the for sale groups or homeowners groups. There's
Yeah.
Facebook groups or everything, and then you can go just to your. Let's even just get it smaller. I've lived in neighborhoods that have their own Facebook group,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? And so if I can craft my message that I'm going to give everybody in my neighborhood 3 to 5 tips on how to prep their home for the upcoming winter, I'm also going to be the first guy that they call when my toilet won't stop leaking or when I've got a drip here or when like there's a leak, any number of things there. And so like other people's stages are really something that is
Yeah.
available to
So
anybody.
so no matter who it is, you're going to find them an opportunity, whether it's digital or in person or it's national or local. You're going to help them
Sure.
find what they need, the people they need to get in front of, and then you're going to help them with their message to make sure it's clear, and then you're going to help them with the call to action, so that way you're actually capturing those people. And then what happens after that? So if we're working together and you're helping me with that, and you get me on stage, and then I get some leads, then where does the relationship go from there?
Okay. Well, so let me split it a little bit. So we have an entire different part of our agency that works solely with helping you brand your message. So if anybody wants to look up, his name's Pat Quinn, and he's like the speaker whisperer. Like he knows it all. It's all about storytelling, sharing your message. So we've got a workshop. It's called Signature Talk, and that side of the agency really manages that. Once you have that talk, then you work with the agency and we help you put together a strategy in order to get on additional stages. Our hard, like if we were to draw lines in the sand, our responsibility typically ends with us creating those connections. Like, hey, Gary, I found this fantastic meeting planner that they're super excited to have you on their upcoming event. I know it's a stage that you're excited about, they're excited, and we've used our connections and marketing and things like that to make that pair.
Hmm.
One of the things that we do spend time with each of our clients is, well, how did that stage feel? What was the value that came out of it? How many leads did you get? All of those things. And one of the things that we found, like I said, that's the other bookend, is that not everybody is set up to take advantage of any kind of incoming leads or excitement. Like I said, sometimes they're doing something that's too complicated. Like, well, come here to download my free book. We have to remember the audience that we're talking to. So the audience that I'm talking to right now on your podcast is a podcast listening audience. They are probably not going to spend a lot of time reading an entire book, right? Like
Yeah.
there's probably a bunch of them that are working out right now. There's a bunch that are on their way to school or work. They're moving. So you have to give them a much smaller chunk of how to take action in that moment.
Hmm.
Versus if you're doing a live presentation, then there might be something different because they can't just
Yeah, you have
stop
their
the
attention.
podcast at any time.
Yeah. Yep.
And those are all strategies that we talk about.
That's amazing. So, and then what's your average lifespan that someone would work with you?
Right now, we're doing like 12 months. We have some clients that have been with us well over 2 years. We have some that do like a 6-month agreement with us type thing. But it's
Hmm.
all about getting the ball rolling. So again, and it's a partnership,
Yeah.
so it's definitely not something that you just come in and it's like, here, we've awarded all these stages for you. We found all these things. It is sitting down and doing the legwork. Like all of our agents, we do videos to
Hmm.
marketing planners. And so we're reaching out, not just like in an email, like, hey, are you interested in this person?
Yeah.
We're getting face-to-face time, with them. We're setting up phone calls. we're researching, like we have a championship program. So like, again, if I was working with you, it'd be like, well, who else do you know? Like what other podcasts have you been on, Gary, that I would love to call and talk to them,
Mm.
see what impact you had on their audience. And if there's anybody else that they think that I should connect with. So it's all of the legwork of building those connections and relationships.